Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to make the very famous Nutradentist lentil soup. So I have all my ingredients ready, and so let's get started. I begin by sauteing lots of celery and a whole onion and my carrots and a little extra virgin olive oil or light olive oil for frying. And I have 2 cloves of garlic chopped, and they're just sort of, melt it down a little bit so they're nice and glazed. And you're wondering why I have my carrots whole. I usually cut them later when they're soft. Save some time, and it seems to work out. Next on the ingredient list, I put in a whole bag, this is 16 ounces, of dried lentils. And I cook my lentils right in my soup, so I don't boil them or anything. And you can rinse them first and then strain them and then add them to the pot. And so I'll simmer that, saute it a little bit, a couple of minutes on a low heat. Next, I stir in a full can of diced tomatoes, plain diced tomatoes. This is a 14.5 ounce can, and I kind of add that in, saute it around. I add the whole can, with the juice from the tomatoes as well. Then I add in about 8 ounces of tomato sauce, which is just the small can. It could be, organic or just a tomato sauce in a small 8 ounce can. And I top that with the chicken broth. You can use organic or free-range chicken broth, whatever you can find. This is a whole box. I guess this is 32 ounces of chicken broth. Lastly, I add about the same 16 ounces of water. And we'll let that come to a boil and then simmer. And I'll show you how beautiful it looks and what seasonings we add. Okay, so once the soup starts to boil, it's starting to look really fantastic. And the weight of some of the ingredients can be, heavy. They could sit on the bottom, so giving it a good stir a couple of minutes is important. Then I'll just turn this down to a simmer for about a half an hour. Okay, our soup's been boiling now for a couple of minutes, simmering, and I'm sprinkling in some Italian seasoning or whatever seasoning that you prefer. Sometimes I get the opportunity in the early fall to dry some of the seasonings. It would be parsley and basil and thyme, oregano, and I add a pinch of that. You can add salt, pepper, whatever you think, salt to taste it after it's done. But whatever ingredients that you prefer. But I use a little Italian seasoning and salt and pepper. Well, after about 40 minutes of simmering, I was able to take out the large carrots and put in the diced pieces. You have to be really careful when you do that because it's very, very hot. But you can see the consistency now and how the lentils have just really opened up. There's another piece of carrot there I'll get to. So our soup is finished, and it turned out really great. I wish you could smell it from there. The lentils really drank up the broth and opened up nice. So we're just going to serve it up in this little bowl. And if you had any fresh parsley or Parmesan cheese or even some rice to add to that, Makes a wonderful hearty dish. It's really good for you too, health-wise. It's good for the gut. So thank you all for watching, and thanks to Nutradentist for welcoming me into their family. Have a great day and enjoy the soup.